Programmer is the responsible. There is no concept. Program will only resolve the syntax errors. For example, as I'm given, I'm missing the colon, or else if I'm missing the parenthesis, those type of things are called as syntax errors. Second one is runtime error. Syntactically, everything is correct, but runtime something goes wrong. That is maybe user input, maybe invalid data types, or memory problem. Something will come at the time of while execution of the program. If something goes wrong, the program will be terminated in middle of the program. That is called as runtime errors. That runtime error is also called as a exception. That is example as I'm given 10 by 0, 10 by 10, like zero division error, value error, those things. So first of all, what is an exception means? An unwanted, unexpected event which will disturb normal flow of the program. So as I'm given some examples, tire punctured error, sleeping error, hall ticket missing. These are generally happen into our regular day-to-day life. Those things are called as exceptions. In our programmatically, exceptions are zero division error, value error, type error, name error. Those are called as exception. So, what is the main object of exception handling is we have to provide a graceful termination of the program. Sir, what is the meaning of graceful means in the programming? Three types of terminations are there. Program started, executed successfully, we are getting the output. That is called as normal termination. Second one, execution of the some program, something goes wrong. My program terminated suddenly. Rest of the program not executed. That is called as abnormal termination. Because of abnormal termination, I'm not able to execute complete program. Remaining program I'm missing. I don't want to miss anything in the program. Such a type of concept is called as what it is, graceful termination. So exception handling meaning is we are not repairing any exceptions. We have to provide some alternative way to run my program completely. That is the meaning of exception handling. Sir, in every exception in Python is called as a one object. Present, we don't have any idea about object oriented. In this instance, object is nothing but which is physically available, that is called as a one object. Every exception will be treated as a one object. Whenever object is there, automatically class should be available. Without class, there is no chance of existing of object. So once object is there, SDM given some classes. Python virtual machine is looking for corresponding classes. These are all the classes are there. So whenever corresponding class is there, it will continue the program. If the corresponding class is not available, program will be terminated there. That is called as a default exception in our Python. Next one. So that is Python exceptions. Okay. Default exception after that Python exception hierarchy. Sir, now being a programmer, I have to customize the exception handling by using try except blocks. In case of Java, try and catch blocks are there. Here, try and except blocks are there. So whenever exception is raised, yesterday we had a discussion about that. We have two blocks are there. One is a try block. In the try block, whatever code we have to return, that code is called as which code? Risky code. In except block, we have to write handling code or we have to write alternative code, because if something goes wrong in this block, then automatically cursor will coming to except block. If no exception in this one, only try block executed, it never goes to the except block. So in the try block, whatever code I am written, that code is called as a risky code. In except block, whatever code you have written, that is called as handling code or alternative code. Because yesterday I'm telling what is the meaning means, the meaning of exception handling is we are providing some alternative way to continue my program. What is that alternative? That alternative we have to mention into my except block. For example, open Python file, test.py. Here, sir, print statement one. Okay. 2, 3. Three statements are there in my program. 1, 2, 3. Go to D drive, classes, py. Sir, there is no exception. Statement 1, statement 2, statement 3 executed, program terminated. This type of termination is called as normal termination. As no runtime error, syntactically okay, runtime is okay, fine. Now, in case of statement 2, I can provided some runtime error 10 by 0. Then automatically statement 1 executed there, 3 is not coming. Simply it is getting 0 division error. That is called as what it is, runtime error, abnormal termination. So whenever I'm providing risky code, that risky code is nothing but this 10 by 0. Which block can I use? Try block. Try this 10 by 0. If it is not there, you can go to the which block? Accept. And compulsory you have to use which class is matching class in this one, that class you have to mention. So in this one, what is the matching class? Zero division error is the matching class. So we have to provide zero division error. What we have to do? Provide alternative way, some 10 by 2. Whenever exception is raised, automatically cursor come to the accept block, executed. So statement 1, 5.0, statement 3. Program started, ended execution. This type of termination is called as what it is? Graceful termination. First one is called as normal termination in this case. Second one is called as abnormal. Third one is graceful. So to handle these type of exceptions, we can go with the try and except blocks. That is called as customized exception handling by using try and except blocks. Sir, make heading customized exception handling by using try and except. It is highly recommended exceptions. It is highly recommended to handle the exceptions. The code which may raise exception, risky code. And we have to take risky code inside the try block. The code which may raise exception is called as risky code. And we have to take risky code inside the try block. The corresponding handling code we have to take inside the except block, sir. Try block, the code what we have to called as risky code, except corresponding class name inside the code is called as handling code or alternative code. Without try, except, print, in except block, name error, then abnormal termination. If corresponding class is not matches, then automatically abnormal termination. Compulsory corresponding class should be matches. There is no problem. Wait, Suman, you will get clarity. I will give examples. Then you will get clarity how we know which error will come, how to run this one. Okay. Sir, now see the control flow in try except block. Sir, first take this simple example. In the try block, three statements are there. Statement 1, 2, 3. Except something class, statement 4, statement 5. This is the program. Five statements are there in my program. In the try block, three statements are there. 1, 2, 3. Except block, one statement is there. Statement 4. Statement 5 is remaining program, rest of the program. My first case is in my program, asala there is no exception. If there is no exception, which statements will be executed? In entire program, there is no exception. So which statement numbers will be executed there? 1, because this is the program. I have to provide a print statement of 1. This is the program. In my program, any exceptions are there? Nothing. So which statements will be executed here? First 1, 2, 3. After that, statement 5. Because there is no exception, it won't go for except block. So automatically 1, 2, 3 and 5 normal termination. 1, 2, 3, 5. Take that example, write the possibilities. Second case. 1, 2, 3, 5. Normal termination. Second one, If an exception raised at statement 2 and corresponding except block is matched, then which statements will be executed? Exception raised at statement 2, corresponding except block is matched, then which statements? 1, 4, 3, 5. Inka 1, 4, 5. Okay. And see this one. The problem came here, sir. Here I can raise it the problem 10 by 0. Now see the program, tell which statements will execute. So 1, 1, 3, 4, 5. Inka 1, 5. 1, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 4, 5. Sir, first of all, if I run this program, first one automatically statement 1 will be executed there. Statement 2 exception raised. 10 by 0 means corresponding class is matches. Once exception is raised, automatically it is looking for corresponding class. It is matches. Then automatically which will be executed? 4. After that, 5. It never execute the third statement. Because once exception raised, it will goes to the except block. Even though you can handle exception, it never goes to the back. So 1, 4, 5 is the output. That's statement 1, statement 4, statement 5. Graceful termination. 1, 4, 5. 1, 4, 5. Case 3. If an exception raised and corresponding block is not matched, then 1, corresponding block not matched means instead of 0 division error, by mistake I'm given name error or value error, type error, mismatch the class. Then which statements will be executed? And here, same program only. By mistake, I'm given wrong class, name error. Now, which statements will execute here? 1, see that one, which will execute? So 1, 1, 5. Online answers 1, 5, abnormal, 1, 5, one statement, 1, 5, 1, 5. So everyone telling only two answers, 1, 5, only one. Which one is correct? 1, 3 anta. Asha, 1, 3. Very good. Intelligent. In Inka intelligent. 1, 3, 4, 5. Which statements are 1 1 and 5 only one. 5 also. Only one. Okay. Sir, here, whenever exception is raised, 1 and 5. Okay. First statement will be executed there. Whenever exception is raised in this, it is looking the class. I am getting zero division error, but you are given wrong class. So it never executes 4. And 5 also not executed. Program will be terminated. Because you not handled exception. Once you handle exception, then rest of the program will be executed. What is the meaning of runtime error? If any runtime error is there, not only statement 5, here 100 statements are there. All these statements are not executed. That is the meaning of abnormal termination. So only first statement and abnormal termination. Run this. ఇంకోండి how many statements? Only one. 5 not executed because program terminated in middle of the execution. So only one and abnormal termination. Sir, but by mistakenly, if any exception is raised at statement 4 or 5, then if any exception raised 4 or statement 5, we won't do anything. Always it should be abnormal termination. No one can handle that one. Last one, if an exceptions are raised at statement 4 or statement 5, then always so in case of the case 2, line number 47, sir, exception raised in the statement 2, I handled, but even though the major problem is which statement executed 1, 4, 5, but we are missing something in that, what it is statement 3. So that is the reason, sir, only whatever risky code is there, that code only we have to write to the try block. There is no guarantee 100% try block will be executed or not executed. That is the first conclusion. Second one, if any exception is raised, not in try block, any except block or rest of the program, then it should be always abnormal termination only. So first one is within the try block, if exception raised, then rest of the try block won't be executed even though we handled exception. Hence, we have to take only risky code inside the try block, and length of the try block should be as less as possible. Completed papers. Oh. ఇక్కడ ఏదో ఉండాలి, ఇక్కడ అయిపోయిందా? లాస్ట్ లో ఉందా? If any statement which is not part of the try block raises an exception, then it is always abnormal terminations are. Third one, so today onwards, so 10:30, I will stop the class. Last 50 minutes, I will explain patterns daily. Two patterns I will tell using for loops. Starting, I'm telling stars, triangle, pyramid, those symbols. In addition to try block, in addition to try block, there may be chance of rising an exception inside except block, and maybe finally block also. What is finally block? I will explain. And yesterday uploaded a complete PDF core Python and content, advanced Python content also in the Google Classroom. Anyone checked it? No? Yes, checked it. And visiting officers, have you checked it? No, I know. అన్ని నీకే కావాలి. ప్రధానంలో దూరతావు నేను ఉన్నానని. Sir, now, whenever exception is raised, for example, sir, completed? రాయండి. Completed? Sir, here whenever exception is raised in this case, anyone observed here, there are two parts are there, sir. Before colon, after colon. Before colon, one part is there, after colon, second part, two parts are there in your error. What is this first one? What is the second one? Super. నాకు తెలుసు జీరో డివిజన్ ఎర్రర్ డివిజన్ బై జీరో అని. What is first one? What is the second one? First one is class name. Because starting I'm telling the diagram, base exception, zero division at. So first one is representing the corresponding class name. Class name. What is the second one? The message which can be provided by that class. Avi two parts. Left one is the class name. Second one is message provided by that class. And every class representing some meaningful messages. But up to now, here I am printing my own messages. ikkada chudandi. For example, try blocks are print 10 by 0. Accept block. Accept block. Zero division error. Sir, here whatever I am printing, suppose here I am printing Sunny Leone. Then what is the output? Sunny Leone will be printed there. So whatever I'm printing, previously I'm given 10 by 2, 5.0, Sunny printed. I don't want to print my own messages. I want to print this message. Something goes wrong in your program. What is the reason is division by 0. The message which can be provided by class, that message you can print. Don't print your own messages. How to print that messages? This message I want to print in the console. That is the concept. Suppose tomorrow another error came. Suppose I'm given 10 by T and 10 now. Then different message will come. So the classes which provided messages, Those information I want to print here. How to print means except block class name as MSG. Now, internal any message you can give, no problem. Babu, in the program, exception raised and its description. And its description is, what can I print? MSG. Then my own message along with that message is coming. Is going to. Exception is raised because of the reason is, what is the reason? Division by 0. So I want to print class provided messages, don't want print by own messages. Sir, here MSG is the keyword or what it is? Variable. Variable. Variable means can I use anything instead of MSG? Only MSG can I use or any variable? Can I use A? Can I print A? Valid? అయితే ఎలాను లేకపోతే ఎలాను ఏదోటను అది ఏదోటి చెప్పు. Valid perfectly because MSG is not a keyword, sir, just variable. Meaningful purpose I'm given MSG A B C X. If keyword means compulsory, you can use keyword only. As is a keyword. Compulsory. Adi keyword kadanko. If I'm given as accepted, no. As is the keyword. Keywords are compulsory. Variables are your wish. Anything you can use. So meaningful name I'm given as a MSG. So next one. How to print exception information. So how to print exceptions information. Yesterday I said zero division error is object. Wow, move. Zero division error is the class name, man, not object. I'm telling exception is one object created. These are all called as classes. Subhash. Yes, them given a diagram. What it is, all these are representing class names, not objects. The next one. Done, completed. Sir, I have a small program is there. I am asking a number from the keyboard. Input is the function. Enter first number stored into X. It is a number kabatti I want to convert it into integer. Enter second number, sir. Second number stored into Y. Just I have to do division, print x by y. This is the program. Here any explanation is required? Not required. Just accepting first number, accepting second number, x by y. Run the program. First number 10, second number 2. What is the output? 5.0. No exception. I got the value. Second case, 10, 0. Now, compulsory, we will get as a 0 division error, first chance. Second chance, 10, 10. Something error, value error, type error అనుకుంటా. We will get, value error. So, in the first case, sir, as no exception, program execution done. Okay. Second case, there may be chance of zero error. Third case may be chance of value error. So, while execution of the program, any error, we will get it. So that is the reason I want to go with single try block I can provided. For example, sir, if I'm given as a except block with zero division error, then it can be handled. Zero division error class, paste. Then print divide with 0. But what about second case? One I handled. Okay, fine. Can I use another except block? Second block. What is the second chance? Value error. Okay. So now I want to print. Gavu, please provide integer values only. Now enter first number, enter second number. No exception. Fine. Enter first number, second number. Can't divide with 0. Enter first number, enter second number. Please provide integer values only. So here we are using single try with multiple except blocks. Which except came, that corresponding block will be executed. Actually, in this case, no exception, normal termination. Here, yes, zero division error there, corresponding statement. Here, value error is there, corresponding statement will be executed there. That is called as try with multiple except blocks. The concept. Try with multiple except blocks, sir. Try with multiple except blocks. The way of handling exception is varied exception to exception. The way of handling exception is varied, means different exception to exception. Hence, for every exception type, the way of handling exception is varied exception to exceptions. Hence, for every exception type, a separate except block we have to provide. Separate except block we have to provide, sir. That is try with possible and highly recommended. Try with multiple except blocks is possible and recommended one. Sir, if try with multiple except blocks are available, then based on raised exception, the corresponding take that example. గావు గారు ఎక్కడ అడుగు రాయి యూ కెన్ రైట్ except block లో generally we have to provided only error messages we have to write. The aim logically you have to write into the try block. Except block lo just what we have to do, we have to provided the error messages we have to print. Completed. So now here based on the values are 10, 0, 0 division error, 10, 10 value error, fine. But within my program, by mistake, parent child classes are available. Both are available. In this case, చూడండి జాగ్రత్తగా 0 division error is the last class child. For this, who is the parent? For this, who is the parent? For this, who is the parent? ఇది hierarchy actual గా. That is the last child, parent. Within my program, both I mentioned parent and child. Which will executes child class or parent class? For example, I will write program, then see that tell the output. Here, just copy zero division error, paste it. అడిగి పేరెంట్ ఎవరు? అర్థమెటిక్ ఎర్రర్ కదా. ఇక్కడ అర్థమెటిక్ ఎర్రర్ సార్, ఇది ఇచ్చాను సేమ్ అర్థమెటిక్ ఎర్రర్. యా, చైల్డ్ పేరెంట్ బోత్ ఆర్ దేర్. My input is I am telling directly 10 and 0. First number 10 I am entering, second number 0 I am entering. What is the output? Child or parent? Which will executes? Child class. Parent. Parent means arithmetic. Okay. Arithmetic. Parent. Child. Child. Parent. Parent. ఆన్లైన్ ఆన్సర్లు చూద్దాం. చైల్డ్ పేరెంట్. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద బిగ్గర్ డౌట్ సార్. ఇన్ జావా చైల్డ్ పేరెంట్. సో in Java, sir, always it is looking for the first child class available, not available. It is looking. If it is there, it is executed child class. If it is not there, parent, not there, parent. But in Python, what is the class will be executed? Check this. Enter first number 10, enter second number 0. Which class executed? Child or parent? Child. Zero division error is the child. దానికి parent arithmetic. So if parent child is available there, so which class will be executed? Child class. Sorry, wait 1 minute. Now, if you run the program 10 0, ఏదొచ్చింది అంటే in Python there is no priority for child and parent. First one, which one came, it will be executed. But Java, if I'm given like this, always Java executed with zero division error only, child only. If child not there, parent. But Python, no priorities. First, which one came? Matches or not matches? Not matches. Second, third, fourth, like that, it will be executed. Chund previous case, zero division error came. Now in this case, arithmetic. So here, no parent and child. First one, which one came? It will be executed. Sir, if try with multiple except blocks available, then the order of these except blocks important. Python interpreter will always consider top to bottom until matched except identified, not for parent and child. Top to bottom it is looking, which one matches, it will execute. Arithmetic error. Whatever provided there, that message will be displayed ante. You can check it as MSG, print MSG. అది ఏ మెసేజ్ that message will be displayed. ఆ క్లాస్ లో ఏముంటుంది డిస్ప్లే అవుతుంది. సపోజ్ యూ కెన్ చెక్ ఇట్, ఇదిగో గివ్ యాజ్ ఎంఎస్జి, ఇక్కడ గివ్ ఎంఎస్జి, దెన్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద మెసేజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ప్రొవైడ్, ఇట్ విల్ బి డిస్ప్లేడ్. డెఫినెట్లీ దట్ క్లాస్ విల్ గివ్ సమ్ మెసేజ్ that will be printed. Sir, now before this example, I am using single try block, two except block I am using. One is zero division error, second one is value error. Single try, multiple except blocks I am using. Now my concept is same concept, only one except block. I want to handle multiple exceptions. And I don't want to use two zero division where two I don't want to. Only one I want to handle multiple exceptions. How it is possible? Remove this. Here, give parenthesis, comma. What is the second one? Value. How many you can repeat? Give all those as a message. And which class getting, we don't know. That message will be executed. Now here, Babu, please provide valid numbers only. The problem is, I don't know the problem, print that message. Now, enter first number, enter second number. No error. Okay, done. Enter first number, second number, 0. Chunde. Please provide value numbers. The problem is division by 0. Enter first number, enter second number. Please provide value numbers. Invalid literal from int with base 10, ten 10. So like that, corresponding only one except block that can handle multiple exceptions also. That is single except block that can handle multiple exceptions. Single block, multiple exceptions. The next concept is default except block. So a zero division error can handle only 10 by 0. Value error having some special meaning. Every class having some special meaning. Default except block can handle anything. Suppose if you are not provided proper corresponding classes, it is checking. If anyone is not possible, default except block will be executed there. For example, in if and elif conditions are there. I'm given one first condition, if condition, elif. Asal 10 conditions, anything is not satisfied, then which block will be executed? Else block will be executed, the default action. Same here also, I have to provided two classes. Zero division error. You don't mention any class, that is called as default. So here I can mention it is a default except block. For example, I am given 10, 0. Class is there, not there? Undi. So automatically zero division error. Suppose if I am given any another thing, 10, 10. 10 means value error, not matches. Then automatically which will execute? So default. Default is the responsible to execute that one. So default can handle anything you can provide it. So it is looking for all the matching exceptions. Then if it is not matches, automatically default except block will be executed there. Aithe here, just now I'm telling one example, arithmetic and zero division error. If both are there, which will execute child or parent? First one, which one came, it will be executed and it is not looking for child and parent. But in this case also, anyone tell, first I'm given this one. Okay, carefully observe. My output is first number 10, second number 10. Which will execute? Default. Just now executed also. Okay, done. Now case 10, 0. Which will execute? Default or zero division? Zero division. But in the previous example, what I'm telling, first one, which one came, it will be executed. First one can handle anything or not? But then, yes or no? If it is not there, 10 case compulsory default only, there is no chance. But 10 by 0 I'm given, both can be resolved. Default can handle anything. 0 will be matches. But matched one, default one, which one will execute? Default. Madam, zero division. Default. Inka, default. Zero division error. Default. Everyone telling default. Sir, here 10 and 0. So 10 and 0 means maximum telling zero division and matches. But based on my example, previously I'm telling except block can handle anything. So first one which matches, it will be executed. So which will execute? So default. But అయితే automatically zero division error available there. That's why default is not executed. Which will execute? So zero division error also not executed. What we are getting? Default accept must see the error. Which error? Syntax error won't do anything. If it is runtime error, I can handle. Syntax error means programmer is responsible. Sir, you can write if, elif blocks. First I'm writing if block. Next to else. Next to elif. Is it valid? No kada. Else block always. Last only. If, elif. What is the meaning of else? First condition, second one, third one, fourth one. If the first. That's why syntax errors are. If it is a runtime error, we can do anything. Syntax errors, we won't to do anything. Compulsory have to follow syntaxes. Default except block. We can use default except block to handle any type of exception. In default except block, generally we can print normal error messages. Syntax except no class statements. Don't give any class name. Then it is default block. సరే ఇక్కడ ఇంత పెద్ద ప్రోగ్రామ్ వద్దు కానీ జస్ట్ టేక్ వన్ లైన్ 10/0 బస్. అప్పుడు ఏమైంది, జీరో డివిజన్ ఎర్రర్ అవుతాయి. ఓపెన్ చేయండి, అప్పుడు 10/10 టేక్ డైరెక్ట్లీ. Then it is default except block will be executed. If try with available, then the default except block should be last. Otherwise, we will get syntax error. Hmm. So that is about try except blocks. Try with single except, multiple except block. Single except can handle multiple exceptions. Default except block, and how to print except class messages. So first I'm using except block with the class. Okay. Second one, except block with as MSG. Third one, except block with the comma value error. Two classes I can combine. Fourth one as MSG. Fifth one only except block. Default. Maybe 5 ways are there. Try and default. I will use that combination, sir. Suman, possible. I will give some 25 combinations. Okay. The still concept is there. Finally block, nested try except blocks. After that, I will use these combinations, which are valid, which are invalid.
Recording stopped.
So that is the today's story. Try, accept, default, accept blocks.